Four northern EU countries, known as the Frugal Four, are pushing back on a German Franco plan to issue EU debt. The debt would provide €500 billion in grants for countries that have been hit hard by the pandemic. But the Netherlands, Austria, Denmark and Sweden have rejected the proposal. Instead, they're recommending the creation of an emergency loan scheme. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen will present the details later this week. But an intensive discussion has already kicked off about how to share the financial burden. Well, let's find out more and speak to our EU correspondent, Shona Murray, who's in Dublin for us. Shona, morning to you. This is quite a task for Ursula von der Leyen to try and navigate and keep everybody's motivations secure so people are happy and they can sign off on some kind of shared mechanism. How's she going to do that? How can she navigate all of these different motivations?
Good question, Rosie, but that's really been a challenge from the start. The EU has had to come up with some sort of recovery fund to tackle the colossal economic cost of the coronavirus, but also giving particular support to countries like Italy and Spain who've been hardest hit and require that extra bit of support. Now, the Franco-German deal of last Monday really brought the EU various steps forward and closer to that ideal. Obviously, it creates a €500 billion fund within the EU budget where grants would be used to give to those countries who are hardest hit. Except, of course, we've heard at the weekend from the so-called Frugal Four, who have clearly objected to this plan, saying that they support the use of the EU budget, but that they would not support the use of grants, that countries who are going to access this fund would have to be given loans. And that's a huge problem for these countries because, of course, the last thing they need is even more debt. And, of course, it really detracts from this position where the EU is trying to find a level of solidarity. But as you said, Ursula von der Leyen is going to publish on Wednesday a 2,000-page report on how to do this, how to make all sides sort of support the plan. It'll be based on the German Franco deal from last Monday. The question is, how intractable is the position of the Frugal Four? I heard from several EU sources yesterday or over the weekend saying that 4 member states against 23. It's hard to see how they can stop this plan going forward. Rosie.
Shona, thank you very much.